Good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back down here in Smithfield, North Carolina to hopefully, is the door locked? Oh, they locked the door on me. Finish up here. We got alright, well, I was going to do a network jack in there, but the door is locked, so I can't get in there. The main thing is to do the last 3 cameras, finish closing up and make everything look nice and pretty inside the closet back here for the rack that we did for the audio and video equipment back here. Finish terminating all these cables and get everything done in here. You got the other 2 cameras that are going to go in the front up here. And then hang the TVs. And I didn't even notice if they had electrical done for those. If not, we're going to just have to put up an extension cord for right now. Sorry, I'm holding the camera like this because I got these other cameras up in my armpit so that I don't drop them. But let me get in here and we can talk about what else we got going on. All right, so it looks like they have not added security cameras. They haven't added an electrical outlet here. So what I'm gonna have to do is just do 1 TV at a time. Maybe I can do 2 because I do have an extension. I need to secure this. I don't know why that's sliding, but we're gonna hang the TV here. They're supposed to be here between 12:30 and 4:30. So my whole goal is to get all the other little stuff done as best as I can. I'm gonna need to use a credit card or something like that to open up that door so I can get, I brought my ladder for outside, but I need to get into the into the attic so I can put the camera here. And honestly, I'm probably not going to put it here. I'm probably going to put it here because this way you'll see if anybody comes through there, you'll see it. If you see anybody comes up, it'll be right there. And I might actually do away with putting another camera in this hallway because you're going to get anybody who walks this way. You're going to get anybody that comes to that door and comes through this way, you're going to get them. This camera, you'll be able to get anybody that comes this way. We're going to have a camera outside so you'll be able to see who comes to this door. So I think that other camera I'll put downstairs and then we don't have to worry about any other cameras. They also wanted me to add 2 more direct boxes. So what I did is I next dayed and got it early this morning at 6:05. I got a double instrument box that I relocated just for the keyboards. These are meant for if we have any guest musicians because we tell them to plug into the system. Got to figure out sorting this cable out of the way so it doesn't block anything. I need to find out where the original was and then I can just use that and don't have to worry about this cable. And it looks like they did buy either they bought another speaker. No, they just moved the speaker over here. So we got a little work to do. Let me get my ladder and we want to focus on the cameras because I pushed the cables over there. So I'm probably going to get my ladder, go outside. Hopefully I can push the stuff up and just get to my cable. Then I don't have to climb up there. But that's what we got going today because we're finishing everything today. Alrighty, it looks like we might have a slight problem. I cannot get there. So it looks like that's just solid all the way across there. So the hope was for me to push a push rod up there. I climb up in there and see what this was. So kind of like what I did with the other locations. So might have to move this closer to this side. That will satisfy this, and I might have to put the other one to look here. That should work, but hopefully I can get to there. So let's try that. All right, so I'm not able to get up on this side either. I don't want to drill a hole. I really don't want to, because I have no idea. I mean, this is gonna come out over the steps leading downstairs, and then we would have to wrap cables all the way around. Don't really want to do that. There is also the option of coming out through that vent and stuffing the cable all the way there. My ladder isn't, I mean, my ladder could get me all the way up there. I would rather not go all the way that high, me being here by myself. Worst case scenario, I could pop the cable out, dangle it down, and then work my way when somebody else is here to stabilize the ladder, and I can secure everything else. I could do it that way, and then that would make it easier to run all 3 cables out of that way, so I can do the same thing for the camera on that side and the 2 over here. I might have to do that. Now, another thing I could do, and I was this close to bringing my outdoor Ethernet cable. I could have ran 3 cables out this way up. This one would have been short, and then somehow get on the other side. Which reminds me, while I'm here, I need to secure all of this behind the behind this drain spout. I'm really hoping I could get right there, because I can see where that outlet is. And I really want to do this while the sun is not too bright, even though it was beaming on me on this side. You know what? I really don't want to do this, but wisdom. What I'm thinking about doing is going ahead and making another trip down here. But what I think would work best is the same situation I did at Gates, is to get a Flex Mini and an outdoor enclosure. So I would mount that up against the wall, and then I just have to run cables to that, compared to having to run all these cables here. All I would need to do is get a POE++ adapter, and that, which is funny because I had all of that in my shopping cart, because I was thinking about getting that for another client, for a residential client that I had about 5 years ago, just to update some stuff, because they had some old UISP stuff that I installed. But I think since I already have a cable there, what I could do is the same plan, is come back down here with my outdoor cable, run a cable outside, have that run through a POE++ adapter to give it more power, and then have all the cameras mounted directly to the brick, and then I can have that outdoor POE switch power everything. I think I'm gonna do that instead, and then that would save from doing all of this. I'll just leave those other cables up there. That's not a problem, because what we'll do is just run another cable out that way, which will be a lot easier to do. So now the only thing I really have to do is climb up here, pull the cable down for the security camera that's going to be in the hallway, which is now only going to be 1, and then I'll mount the other one downstairs, but we'll just save that as a later time to hook up, or I might just do it later. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we got that ordered. So now, thankfully, I have my up-down cross converter left in my bag. I am going to see if we can tweak this to see if we get an image on the TV back there, because if not, we got to go and replace the coax, the existing coax that I used that was already in the ceiling, that feeds the TVs in the back. Granted, we're not going to put any TVs there now, but I mean, I might as well test it now so I can avoid having to go back in the ceiling, because I do need to go in the ceiling one more time for the hallway camera, and I may try to drill a hole in the floor to get downstairs. So let me find a small flathead, and I need to replace the dish out there for that, for the security camera in the back. But let's do that, and we only got to go in the ceiling once, hopefully, for this one camera, and then we can focus our attention on getting everything in the back terminated, mounted, and cleaned up, and we go from there. Alrighty, as you can see, nothing is lit up, so it's not getting anything. So, and you see, this is lit up because I do have a connection to the TV. So let's see. It might be that we're not getting the signal, which would mean that I would need to first put a tester on this line to see where it's not working. And I believe it's probably the existing cable that I used. Well, actually, none of this is on. I don't know why that didn't turn on. But let's see, because we have our converter here. If we see a light on the back, then we know we are getting something. You never know. It could have been that this just wasn't on. And nope, no light. So that would be having to look and change the cable out in the ceiling. So thankfully I do have another cable. What I could do is climb up here and then pull the new cable that was already up there, and hopefully be able to just pull it down and get it up out of the way. Alright, it looks like the issue with the cable was the old cable, so we do have a signal. I'm just making sure everything is connected, because I'm getting a signal back on the converter. I'm just not getting the image, so most likely it's because that TV is not in any way, shape, or form 1080p or 1080i. So I need to move it down to 720p mainly just to confirm that I'm actually getting the image. Because in me getting up there and pulling a new cable, I didn't push over the cable over here, which isn't that bad because I need to find a placement for it. So I'm gonna come over here with a ladder, drill a small little pilot hole, put the push rod through there so I know where everything is. And it looks like they're leaving the lights on in here, which is not needed. They said that the power tripped in here as well again. So we didn't add anything that was drawing more power in any way, shape, or form. So I had them go ahead and look into that stuff. But what we're gonna do now is head back over here into the fellowship hall. And it's good. See, I told myself when I buy stuff, I'm not gonna return it because I could use it. This up-down cross converter was for Amazing World Fellowship Church for their projectors because I thought it wasn't gonna be compatible. And I kept it. I used to have one and then I gave it to some church. But this is good to have so you can test out stuff like this. So what we're gonna do is come over here and we're just gonna go through the dip switches to see if we get a signal. See, like right here, see it's saying not getting a display at all. So that's strange. Let me make sure that the HDMI splitter is on. Should be. Yeah, it's on. So, and we're gonna sort all this stuff out. See, it's saying it's not getting a signal. Hold on a second. Alright, so we are getting a signal. That's what the green light is for from the converter. but I'm not getting anything on any one of the TVs. So, and it's strange because I should be getting something because it's connected to this converter. Because the converter should show as something. Because that's HDMI in, HDMI out. And it is on. Let's try something. All right, it wasn't pushed in all the way. Very simple, and I saw it out the corner of my eye. Yay! So we know the cable works, so that's good. All right, so let's focus on cutting a hole in the ceiling tile so that all these cables can run through here properly. I'm gonna put a conduit there for all those cables. I need to unplug this stuff so that it can wrap down through there, and it looks like I didn't screw that bolt in all the way. I gotta do that. And then we'll close this up, push all the access in the ceiling, wrap it up with a service loop, then concentrate on this, and then this part is done. Alrighty, we're all done. I thought I pulled all the rest of this up. This is all slack. I'll probably get a Velcro zip tie for this, and we got all these extra cables hanging down. I'll zip tie this stuff up, but got the conduit, got everything there. So outside of some Velcro zip ties I think I got over there, we're done here. So now I just gotta make a pilot hole for the one Ethernet cable for the hallway, and then everything except for when we come back to put the flex box outside and the POE switch outside, we're done. I'm probably gonna make some extra cables because we need to send the line to the POE injector, and then the POE ejector line goes to the box that's going to be outside. So it's a POE++, so it provides more than enough power for everything. Even though if I just use a regular POE, it should be enough for those three, but it's better to have more power than you need it than to need it and not have it. Alrighty, we got that camera mounted. My conduit, I ran out of a piece. So instead of me putting the incomplete one, when I come back to put that access point and outdoor POE switch, I'll make sure I have a piece of conduit to put that in place. The camera downstairs, I'll worry about that when we get here because no reason for that to be on. There already is a hole leading downstairs that's in the booth. That is this plate. Back there. So they said that leads down there, so we'll just run a cable and go down there. We got everything else done. I am literally just waiting for them to come here and deliver the TVs. We'll focus on hanging those, and I want to start putting away everything that I can that I know I won't need for the TVs, so that way once we're done, we're at least with the TVs and make sure we got a signal and all that good stuff. I can just get on the road and head out. Alright folks, I got everything done here. I'm literally just waiting for the TVs to be delivered. We got everything set up. I was messing with Pastor and them. They're there, here in the fellowship hall, and I hooked up the Cross HD just so they can see. We were able to get the TV there so they can see what's going on there. I'm mainly just waiting for everything to get here so we can hang the TVs. I left some silicone here because, like I said, we're gonna run another jack out of here. We're gonna connect that to this one, and then we're gonna run a cable out from here. I'll probably terminate this with a actual keystone, but we'll connect that. That's gonna run outside, then that's what's gonna run up the drain spout, and that's what's gonna go to the Flex Mini that goes outside. That would be the POE switch. I've installed a bunch of those before and did, like I said, one at Gates. I did 3 at Signs and Wonders, 4 at Signs and Wonders, and then a bunch of other ones. And $100, and then the case is $50, so works pretty well. And then $29 for a POE++ to provide power to that. So that's what we'll do. The POE++ will actually go down here. So that actually is going to be I'm sorry, I misspoke. That's going to be a short cable that connects to this. This will be the line into the POE, and then we make another connection that goes directly out to the one that's going to go to the box, and both of those will be terminated with a RJ45, not RJ45, but termination on the end of the Ethernet, not RJ45. That's RJ45. We do that. That connects up, and then all we got to do is run cables to the cameras from there. Once we do that, seal that up. I actually have a plate down here that I was waiting to seal. That's actually, I don't know if you can see it. It's exposed. It's just a hole right there. We'll seal that up. Put silicone on both sides, fill that all up so no water, no insects, or nothing can get in there. Do the 3 cameras, and I guess I should mount this other camera where this is gonna go. Let's see. So if we were going down here, that's gonna be pretty high, but like I said, we're gonna come from the floor up under the media booth, because if this right here is the wall to the door of the sanctuary. So if we go straight, if we punch through, we'll be here somewhere. So we run a line here, probably put a rack down here or something, and then this camera will probably be mounted up here somewhere so it can see from here, something like that. So, but like I said, no need to do that right now. As you can see, they're still renovating. I think it was flooded down here or something, and they've been adding some stuff here. So we got a minute, because ultimately all the audio is going to be redone. We might do another, no, we don't need to do another SD8 down here. We just need cables to connect the speakers, preferably probably powered speakers down here would be easiest. That way we don't have to get another amp or nothing like that, but we connect that down here, run a cable down here, so video and audio could be down here. But like I said, mainly just waiting for the TVs to be here, get that done, and then get up out of here, take my time. And this week went by so fast. This tomorrow we got our Q&A. I have some other stuff that I got to do. I think I got to do something Saturday. No, Saturday got rescheduled. I got to go back down to Smithfield and install their stuff. That's next Saturday, because no one is available this Saturday. So I don't think I have anything. I did mess my schedule up, and I have a on-site in Baltimore on Tuesday, and we're going to be pushing it because I got to be there at noon. It's from noon to 2, and then I got to get out of there so I can get back to get my daughter from school. We're just going to be pushing it. So I'm going to have to try and make it out of there at 1:30, preferably 1 if possible, so I can get back down here. But let's see where these folks are at. Hopefully they get here before and not wait till 4:30 to get here. Alrighty, all 3 TVs are here. Let's get these hung. Alright folks, good news and bad news. As you can see, got the back TV, got the front TV, but this TV has a crack. And if you can see, it's actually on. But if we get up here, that little speck right there, that crack right there, is causing all of this not to show. So I gotta call the good folks there, and that's why I'm leaving all the plastic on, because I mean, we literally hung it and it was cracked right there. So gonna call them and get that replaced, and I'm not gonna take it down. We'll take it down once they're here. And like I said, got to come back here and do the cameras outside too, so hopefully we can get that squared away. Should be straightforward, but I thought I was gonna be able to do the tour, but not yet. But we are in the home stretch. This was something that was out of our control. We have to deal with that, unfortunately. Out of all the TVs I only had, this is probably the second out of maybe like 75 TVs we've hung that's been cracked, so we'll just deal with that. So the link is down below for everything we do. We'll bring you back. I thought it was gonna be done today, but we'll get all that stuff done and then bring you back for the final tour. Switch out the TV, put the last 3 cameras, and we're good to go.